Welcome to this explainer. For 70 years, one single city has been quietly building the very vehicles that drive our global economy. Today, we're diving deep into the industrial evolution of Chennai. This is a sprawling metropolis that didn't just participate in the Industrial Revolution, it literally engineered it.
Let's bring this massive global story right to your driveway, shall we? If you own a Hyundai, there is a very, very high chance it was manufactured right there in Chennai. Seriously. When you turn the key for your morning commute, you're directly interacting with the sheer engineering might of this region. It's a perfect snapshot of modern global manufacturing in action.
Part 1. The Detroit of India. Now that is a heavy title to carry.
But this isn't just some loose, catchy nickname. Just like the American automotive capital back in its 20th century prime, Chennai absolutely thrives on these massive, complex supplier ecosystems. It's got total maritime export dominance and massive research and development workforces. Both of these cities act as ultimate industrial hubs, employing hundreds of thousands of people. It's a profound structural parallel.
Section 2. A 70-year evolution. Let's look at the industrial planning behind this.
So this powerhouse didn't just pop up overnight by geographic luck, it was meticulously built. Back in the 1950s, right after India's independence, foundational companies like Ashok Leyland and the TVS Group set up shop. They were building the nation's early trucks and buses, creating thousands of skilled jobs right out of the gate. Fast forward to the 1970s, and the government starts deliberately developing industrial clusters in surrounding areas to really organize this growth. But the true game changer? That hit in 1991 with India's economic liberalization. That was the inflection point where the region just exploded from a dominant domestic player into a bona fide global hub.
And following that 1991 liberalization, a breathtaking roster of global giants just poured into Tamil Nadu. We're talking about household names here: Hyundai, Ford, Renault Nissan, BMW, and Daimler. You've even got heavy machinery titans like Caterpillar and Komatsu setting up operations, right alongside legendary brands like Royal Enfield. And get this, they didn't just build factories for local sales. No, they transformed Chennai into an international export hub, shipping out to markets across Asia, Africa, Europe, and Latin America.
Moving on to Section 3, the auto component ecosystem. This is all about the integrated supply chain.
Think about this for a second. Imagine the logistical absolute nightmare of building a highly complex modern vehicle if your glass, your seats, and your engines are all manufactured continents apart. Well, Chennai hosts everything from engine and gearbox producers to advanced electronics, tire companies, and high-end precision engineering right next door. Having all of this in such close proximity drastically cuts down logistics costs, severely shortens the production cycle, and lets automakers keep a really tight grip on quality control.
Economists actually have a precise term for this whole setup: the cluster effect. This happens when suppliers, machine tool firms, foundries, and logistics companies deliberately set up camp right near the main vehicle manufacturers. Policymakers in Tamil Nadu were actually super intentional about this. They designed industrial estates, especially in places like Oragadam, to aggressively foster this exact effect, making sure absolutely everything you need to build a car from scratch is literally within arm's reach.
Section 4. Ports, people, and policies. This is the real engine of their success. First up, the ports. The infrastructure here creates this beautiful, seamless logistical flow. Finished vehicles literally roll off the assembly lines of the factories and go straight to 3 nearby maritime hubs: the Chennai Port, Kamarajar Port, or Kattupalli Port. Because these ports are so incredibly close to the manufacturing zones, global export happens with lightning speed. It's one of India's top automobile export gateways, simply because the geography so perfectly aligns with the manufacturing footprint.
Then you have the people. Tamil Nadu boasts one of the absolute largest concentrations of engineering colleges and technical institutes in all of India. This massive pool of talent fuels the high-end, future-facing brainwork. We're talking world-class design centers, electric vehicle research, and cutting-edge testing facilities like the NATRIP project, which are constantly pushing the boundaries of automotive science.
Third, we have the policies. Because, you can have the ports and the people, but the Tamil Nadu government really locked in this long-term growth with some highly proactive, pro-industry initiatives. They didn't just sit back and wait for companies to arrive, they rolled out the red carpet.
They offered dedicated industrial parks, streamlined single-window approvals so businesses wouldn't drown in red tape, and handed out substantial investment incentives. Combine all of that with reliable electricity and heavy export support, and they essentially turned this region into a highly predictable, incredibly exciting strategic win for international investors.
Which brings us to Section 5, the future of mobility. We are looking at a radical transformation.
So, the ecosystem is rapidly adapting to this exact future right now. Big names like Tata Motors and Jaguar Land Rover are pouring in fresh investments to strengthen premium vehicle production in the region. Ford even recently announced plans to restart export-focused production here. And crucially, VinFast has launched manufacturing in Tamil Nadu, which firmly cements the state's central role in the emerging global electric vehicle supply chain.
And that leads us with a pretty thrilling thought to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. As the EV revolution accelerates across the globe and as battery tech completely reshapes our supply chains, will this city simply remain the Detroit of India, coasting on past glories? Or is it leveraging its incredible 70-year foundation to become the mobility capital for the entire world? It's a fascinating evolution to watch. Let that question sit with you for a bit, and as always, keep exploring.